Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, August the 5th. Very hard-working friend of mine, Nick Foster, is with us from the Voluntary Action Center, and he's just working as hard as he can along with all those people down there, trying to help as many folks in central Missouri as possible. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Paul. It's good to see you.
What's that?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. That's right. We've been doing it over the phone.
That's right.
For about 3 or 4 months now. So you first time back in the studio, and we are doing our social distancing. You're about 7.5 feet away from me. Right. Come in here with a mask. You got your mask on your lap there.
Right there.
But this is a really trying time for many, many people and not-for-profit organizations. And Voluntary Action Center, you're doing a lot right now.
We are. When all of this started, I knew right away that some of the people that were going to struggle the most were the people who already struggle, and that some people were going to begin to struggle that were barely getting by, and some people who were doing pretty well are now struggling. And that's even in spite of and even in light of the money that's been provided by the federal government and other supports that are out there. Some of that money is going away. But all along the way, we've continued to see need and people calling us for that. Early on, we started closing our door and doing appointments only, so no one's coming into our office now just for the reasons that are obvious. And that's worked really well, and over time, we've seen that build up, so we're busy every day answering those calls and setting people up to receive services.
So when somebody needs assistance, you don't just go down to the office, you call ahead of time to make an appointment. You will give them an appointment. They come at that appropriate time.
Right.
And when you do go in, make sure that you have your mask on and keep that distance. But you were telling me also on the good side, you're seeing that people are stepping forward and making more donations, too, to help out.
Right. We've seen our community really step up and be supportive of us, and so we've been able to maintain the services that we're continually doing. And it's really gratifying. I think that a part of what I take from that is that people see us as a trustworthy organization and one that they can feel good about supporting, and we do everything we can to be sure that that's true. And I do believe that's true. I think that we're very transparent in the services we provide and the manner in which we do them, and people can feel good about supporting us. We've just finished with our Christmas in July effort. We sell raffle tickets for that. We had a record year this year in terms of people donating to that project. So very exciting, and we're very, very appreciative of it.
How many people are you helping right now? How many people are you working with?
Well, I can't tell you the exact number. We have about 20 or so appointments each day, and we're filling pretty much each one. So at least that many. So we're pretty close to doing what we have normally, not totally in that way. And then some things are being done by phone. For instance, rent assistance, a lot of that work is being done by phone. So people are not coming into the office. We're doing intakes when people call us first to determine about rent assistance if they're going to qualify for one of our funds.
Okay, let's talk about that. If somebody listening and they need rent assistance or mortgage assistance
as well. Mm-hmm.
What do they need to provide to prove to you that they need the assistance?
They'll need to show us things like a loss. They need to show a loss of employment, for instance, or reduction in employment. A lot of what we're finding for people is that they're still working, but they're not working as much as they were. So their hours are reduced, their income is reduced as a result. So that's one of the things we look for is some indication about where their loss of income is and to demonstrate need, essentially. Mm-hmm. So they call us. We set up a screening for them over the phone. By appointment also, we do the screening to determine qualification, and if they are qualified then for one of the funds, and we have several that we're working from right now, Then we'll have them to call us again for at another appointed time, which will go through the process with them and go through the application process. Then they come, we provide the actual paperwork. They need to work on that, bring that back to us. It's a little bit of a process to get through.
But how fast of a turnaround is there? If somebody needs to pay their rent in a week or so, are they going to be able to have that money in that short of time?
It kind of depends on the circumstances and how quickly we can get that information and so forth. We do have to talk with the landlord too. We do have to validate what's happening with employment and so forth. Some people struggle with the paperwork, so when it comes to rent assistance, every once in a while we bring somebody into the office and let them come into the lobby, speak to them through the lobby window so that we can work through that paperwork with them and help expedite the process.
Well, do you take care of utility assistance too?
We do some utilities within the context of rent assistance. If we're providing rent assistance for someone, we might also be able to provide utility assistance for them in that circumstance. There are two groups in the city, though, that are doing a great job with utility assistance right now: Central Missouri Community Action, CMCA, and the City of Columbia. Both are providing utility assistance. So our strong recommendation is that if someone is looking for utility assistance, their first calls need to go to CMCA and the city.
Okay. You're still having the fan club this year?
We are. We're distributing fans this year. We're also distributing air conditioners by exchange with the air conditioning program. As you know, people come in, they bring an old unit or even one that's not working, and we can exchange that unit for a brand new unit that's very efficient and will help to keep them cool. We work with Columbia Water and Light and also Boone Electric Cooperative with that program. They provide the air conditioners to us, and we do the distribution for them.
Can people just buy an air conditioner and donate it to you?
No.
No.
And really the reason for that is we just don't have the capacity to do more than what we're doing already with those two utility companies. Also, there are fans that we're doing, and people can provide fans to us simply by making a donation to us, and then we can buy those fans at Lowe's at a discount. Or they can buy fans, bring them by our office if they want to. We'll ask them to stay outside.
Right.
But or they can drop them off at Lowe's as well. We take used fans too.
Okay. All right. So any way that people want to help, you're there to accept their help because you are helping folks in our community. So for more information, there's several ways. You can go to the website, right? You can make a donation online, www.vacmo.org. You can make your donation there. Or
That's right.
They can call the office, and what's that number?
573-874-2273.
Okay.
One more thing, Paul, I want to be sure it's clear about this, about rent assistance. There are a lot of people that are in need here. We do have some more money for some other funds that are going to be coming to us, but they won't be available until the end of August or the first part of September. We're getting a lot of calls, and we're asking people to be as patient as possible.
Okay, but they'll be available around the end of August, first part of September.
That's right.
Nick Foster, thank you so much for coming by. Continued success.
Thank you so much, Paul.
You're welcome. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.